By the end of last week, I felt like the considerate version of myself had simply gone missing. No energy left for me.
Welcome to the Self-Care Cafe podcast. I'm your hostess, Pammy Parker. Here at the cafe, we take a gentle pause from the busyness of life and bring practical, compassionate tools to people navigating transitions. Today, we're talking about soft boundaries that actually protect your energy and keep connection intact. Plus, a tiny practice you can try right after this episode. To help us, I'm so glad to welcome Dr. Maya Singh, a therapist who focuses on relational self-care and practical compassion. Maya, it's lovely to have you here.
Thanks so much, Pammy. It's a joy to be here. I love this topic, especially because so many life changes bring new places where our limits get tested.
Yes, I hear that. Before we get practical, can you tell us briefly what you mean by soft boundaries versus the kind of hard, impenetrable ones people sometimes imagine?
Soft boundaries are gentle, flexible limits that honor both your needs and the relationship. They're less about shutting someone out and more about guiding how you show up, so you stay present rather than depleted.
That idea, guiding how you show up, feels kinder than drawing lines. It takes the moral charge out of it. What myths do you most often hear that make people avoid setting limits?
There are a few that come up again and again. One is boundaries are mean or punitive.
Okay.
Another is boundaries must be absolute, like an all or nothing rule. And a third is the fear that setting a boundary will doom the relationship. Those stories make people avoid trying anything at all.
Right, so people skip trying because a boundary feels like a final verdict instead of an experiment. But what if someone actually gets angry when you try a boundary? That's a worry I hear a lot.
That's a very real possibility. I usually recommend preparing a short follow-up line that names your intention and holds limits calmly. For example, I hear you're frustrated, I care about you, and I still need X right now. It both acknowledges emotion and restates your need.
I like that. Acknowledge, then restate. It feels steadier than getting defensive. You've talked a bit about why boundaries matter for feelings. Can you say, in simple terms, what happens in the body when we keep saying yes when we don't mean it?
Sure. Repeatedly ignoring your needs teaches your nervous system to expect threat when you try to speak up. That looks like chronic low-level stress, fatigue, irritability, poor sleep, and it reduces your capacity for connection and clear thinking. Boundaries are signals that your inner experience is cared for, which over time actually calms the system.
So, boundaries are kindness to your nervous system. That makes them feel less like punishment and more like self-preservation. Can we move into the practical piece now? You promised a micro practice and a 2-line script. Let's do both.
Absolutely. First, a 1-minute grounding breath to steady the body. Then a 2-line script that's easy to remember. I'll keep mine short so we can model it together. If you can, sit or stand comfortably with your feet on the floor and let your shoulders soften. We'll take one gentle cycle together. Breathe in through your nose, letting the belly expand, and exhale slowly through the mouth, letting the shoulders drop. One more inhale, steadier now, and a long, soft exhale. Notice a little more room to speak from.
That's great. After that breath, keep the voice calm and simple. The 2-line script I offer is, I care about you, and I can't do that right now. I can, or check back on. Fill in the blank with an alternate time, a smaller contribution, or a personal boundary like, I need an hour in the evening to recharge.
Let's try that in a couple of quick role plays so it feels like speech instead of a line you memorize. Friend asks last minute to babysit and you're drained. How might that come out?
I care about you and I can't babysit tonight. I'm really exhausted. I can pick them up tomorrow afternoon or I can send a sitter recommendation. Short,
honest, and offers a bridge.
That keeps warmth and gives an option. Beautiful. Quick workplace example next. Someone keeps loading more onto your plate. A short line? I care about the team and I can't absorb more right now. I can take on X this month and revisit additional tasks next quarter. It points to capacity and creates a clear time frame.
Quick transition-related example. Someone moving in asks for more availability while you're still settling. How would you adapt the script there?
I care about how we build our home together, and I need the first 2 weeks to settle without extra favors. I can help with unpacking on Saturday mornings. It names a need and offers a concrete plan. Those examples make the script feel flexible. For listeners who are short on time, what are 3 tiny experiments they could try this week to build confidence? 1. Before answering a request that triggers an immediate yes, take the 1-minute breath. 2. Use the 2-line script for one low-stakes ask this week, maybe a favor from a friend. 3. Write one avoided boundary as an experiment. I'll try saying X this week and notice what happens, and treat it as data, not drama.
I love treating it as data, not drama. Real quick, when guilt or second-guessing shows up after you say no, what gentle troubleshooting would you offer?
Notice the guilt with curiosity. Ask if it's guilt tied to your values or to someone else's expectations. Remind yourself of the experiment frame. This isn't a permanent rule. It's a test. And use the line, I care about you, if you need to reconnect the intent to the person.
That helps. Curiosity dissolves a lot of the harshness. Before we close, Maya, what one sentence would you like listeners to carry with them this week?
My needs are a valid part of the relationship. Say it with curiosity, not judgment, and let it guide small experiments. Boundaries are invitations to safer, clearer connection.
If you'd like printable scripts and a 1-week boundary experiment worksheet, visit the show notes or head to our site. There's a gentle packet waiting for you. Try one small boundary this week as an experiment. See what you learn, not what you prove. Come as you are, leave nourished.
Thank you for listening.